Bueno, y precisamente lo anunciado es deuda para nosotros. Estamos aquí con la maravillosa Laurie Hernandez, ganadora de una medalla olímpica. Welcome and thanks for
Hi.
being with us here in Acceso Total.
Thank you so much.
Great things are happening this year. I mean, you started like in a great way. Tell us about what you're doing now.
So right now I just came out with a book. It's called I Got This to Gold and Beyond, and basically I wrote that just so that way I could share my story of how I was a little girl and I dreamed of the Olympics, and I was able to push through hard times to be able to pursue that, and I hope that inspires other people.
You started at 5 years old, right?
I did.
And how this process has been for you? Like, is it hard sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely been a whirlwind, especially after the Olympics, but being able to experience all these new opportunities, I'm writing them down and, being able to share my story.
There's a part in the book that I really like because it's really honest. Like the moment that you were at the restaurant with your parents
Yeah.
and you had this breakdown and like tell us a little bit about that because people need to understand that you're still human and you
Yeah.
feel these emotions and that's what's gonna inspire people. Your honesty. So tell us
Yeah.
about that.
So basically, before Olympic trials, I was having a rough time in gymnastics and in practice, and my routines weren't coming the way that I wanted them to. And so it was a struggle. We went out to eat, and I was just kind of crying, and this poor waitress kept bringing over napkins, piles and piles of napkins, and I was using them all. And basically, when we left the restaurant, my sister looked at my dad and said, "Hey, when she makes the Olympics, I'm going to give these tissues back to her." And so I went to Olympic trials, I made the Olympic team, and we went out to eat again, and my sister handed me a bag, and inside of the bag was the tissues, and it was a beautiful moment showing that like my family was really there for me at that time.
Wow. So that's what you wanna share with people, right? Like to keep your mind strong, your emotions in place. Because what was going on at that time that you felt like everything was like going down?
Basically, it was just kind of very stressful because it was the Olympic year, and I knew what was coming, and it scared me. And so I was being very hard on myself and trying to make sure that all my routines were coming together, that I had enough endurance, and that they were perfect. And it was very early in the season for that, and I needed more time, and that's what I didn't have, and so I was stressing, and it was very hard. And um, being able to go through a moment like that really made me a stronger gymnast and a stronger person, and it prepared me for the Olympics.
What do you will like say to the people, to the girls that they wanna not only the Olympics, but they have these other dreams? Like, do, do you think like at a certain time of your life that it was going to happen, or it was just
Well, I mean, as a little girl, I had always had a dream of going to the Olympics, and my family supported me through that. When I saw a gymnast on TV, and I pointed to her, and I looked at my mom, and I was like, I want to do what she does. And my mom said yes, and she put me in, and they've supported me the whole time. So basically, to all the little girls and boys out there, if you guys have a goal of doing something, go for it, and don't let anybody stop you.
so you think that that's part of your purpose in life, like besides the sports and the Olympics and everything, like inspiring people, that feels like something that you wanna do like for the rest of your
Absolutely.
life.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to take on that responsibility, and by doing this book, I really hope that it's able to do its job and go out and inspire little kids and be able to show them that, nothing comes easy, but if you work hard for it, it'll happen.
You've been doing like a lot of things. I mean, you're 16 years old. What's next for you?
Well, I mean, I'm doing a couple of book tours for my book that's coming out, I Got This. And basically, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see that my book is getting some good feedback, and I hope that that continues on in the future.
And after the book, would you do with your life? What do you want to do? What's the next dream?
Well, I'd love to go into like the acting area, but at the same time, I do want to come back into gymnastics just because it's still a love of mine.
And you did a great job in Dancing with the Stars. I was glad.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I think.
You're good with camera.
Thank you. It was. I think the hardest part would definitely be just getting used to the heels, dancing in heels. That was interesting.